Rod, you could stay on your back. Michael, come and join us on your back. And feel free to bend your legs, rest them in, rest them open, or keep them straight, whatever feels best to you. And if you're comfortable closing your eyes, I invite you to do so. And we'll start with a deep breath in and feel the front of the body rising up with the inhale, and a full breath out, feeling the back of the body sinking down with the exhale. And then just breathing in slow and deep and long. Feeling the front body expanding. And then feeling everything relaxing and sinking as you exhale. Now, if your legs are straight, please bend them and have the knees facing up toward the sky. And we're just going to lift the feet up to the height of the knees, press the low back into the ground, and slowly lower the feet until the heels touch, pressing the back flat into the ground. Inhaling up, feet to the height of the knees. Exhaling, press the belly to the back to the floor, the heels to the ground. So the lower back is going to want to arch away from the ground as the feet come down. Fight against that, pressing it down. I find it helpful to inhale as I lower because that inflation helps press the back into the ground. And one more. And then hug the knees into the chest. Just feel everything relaxing, let the muscles in the lower back release, and feel the back spreading wide across the ground. Feel the breath perhaps a little bit more in the chest now that the belly is somewhat compressed by the thighs. And then send the arms out to the side. You can keep your knees bent, or if you want to work harder, straighten them. And it doesn't have to be black or white, it can be gray somewhere along the spectrum from bent to straight. And we'll inhale center and exhale, Send the knees over to the right, but don't touch them to the ground. Send your head to the left. And then inhale, center. And send the legs to the left, head to the right, don't touch down. One more on each side. And then once the legs come back to center, straighten the legs up in the air, point and flex the feet. Stay connected to your breathing. Maybe the rhythm of your feet corresponds to the rhythm of your breath. And then continue to point and flex as you slowly lower the feet to the ground. Feel free to place your hands under your lower back for more support. When your feet come down, relax your legs, maybe give them a little shake. Roll your head from side to side. So, does your breath stay slow and rhythmic even while these movements don't necessarily correspond to that rhythm? Okay. And then go ahead and lift your knees, cross your ankles, and rock on your spine over your crossed ankles onto hands and knees. So we'll warm up the spine, and you're welcome to do a simple cat and cow, or modify it. You can do a cow on your inhale and a downward dog on your exhale. You can do an upward dog on your inhale and a downward dog on your exhale. You can also modify it by doing inhale plank, exhale chaturanga, inhale upward dog, exhale downward dog. Anything that works for you to move the spine. And the next time you exhale, let's all come into a downward dog. And lift the left leg up, bend the knee, and circle the knee around in the air in one direction. And press the opposite heel down as you're doing this. Circle the other way. And then lift the knee up, flex the foot, push the foot back, and turn your gaze under your left arm and up. Press forward into your hands, down into your right heel, and push back with your left foot, opening that hip, breathing into it. Good. Now we're going to lower the left leg, lower the hips. If you're able to, stack your left foot on top of your right foot. If not, bring the foot to the ground. And if you're not able to do the side plank without the right knee down, just modify it and bring the right knee down. No big deal. We're going to take the left arm straight up and then reach it overhead. If you're in the full plank and you want to challenge your balance, you can close your eyes. Good. Now let your right hip come down to the ground. Bring your left foot to the floor in front of you. So it's going to cross over. And then bring your left hand to the inside of your left knee and press away from you with that knee. Now those of you who want, you can press down into that right hand and lift that right hip again and do this in a side plank position, or just keep the hip down on the ground. Okay, bring that left hand to the floor, across from the right hand, spin back around into downward dog. Press the left heel down, lift the right knee, and circle. And reverse. And then lift the knee, roll your belly to face right, flex your right foot, and push it back behind you as you look under your right arm and up. Press forward into the fingers and down into that left foot. Steady your breath. Okay, now lower that right foot down. You can stack it on top of your left foot or bring it to the ground. The hips will lower, coming into a side plank. That left knee can come down for a modified plank, and the right arm comes up, and then bring it overhead. And then let that left hip drop down to the floor. Step the right foot on the ground in front of your left leg. Bring your right hand to your right inner knee and press it away from you. And as with the other side, you can also push into your left hand and lift that left hip and stay in a side plank for this stretch. And then bring the right hand to the ground, parallel to the left one. Step the right foot back, come into downward facing dog, really pushing forward into all 10 fingers. See if you can feel the difference between pushing into your hands and pushing into your fingers. And see if you can feel that forward press reverberating back into your spine and sending your hips back. Then see if the shoulders have come up by the earlobes, and then roll them down the back, drop the chest, drop the head toward the floor, press the thighs back, press the heels down, and then just be here and breathe, belly, ribs, chest. Relaxing with your exhale, sinking. And then bring the knees to the ground. Come into child's pose. Fold your arms alongside your body. Letting the shoulders rest. Letting the upper body release and relax down onto the lower body. Send the arms overhead. Lift yourself back up to hands and knees. Spread the fingers, curl the toes. Come back into downward dog just for a moment. Inhale, lifting the left leg up, look forward. Exhale, step the foot up between the hands. Bring the back heel down and lift your body up. Bend deeply into your front knee and sink your hips down. Bring your right hand to your belly. Breathe into it. And then exhale and pull it to the right. Look behind you and bring your left hand to your left inner thigh and press it open. Send your right arm back, straight out, parallel to the ground. Send your left arm out straight, parallel to the ground. Turn your gaze and look past your left hand. Good. So you want to be careful that you're not leaning into that front leg. Just close your eyes and check in and equal the weight between your right foot and your left foot so that your body is straight up and down, not reaching forward. Your tailbone is sinking straight down. Just kind of feel that center line of your body. You also don't want your left knee going forward past your left ankle, so you might need to make your stance wider if you're tall. Good. And then we'll bring the back hand onto the back thigh. Front palm up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lean it back. Feel the breath coming up onto those left ribs. Good. And then inhale, arms back out straight. Straighten your left leg. Exhale, reach forward through your left arm. Line your body up over your left leg. So see if your head is lined up over your foot. You don't want it in front, but directly over. And then bring the left arm down to the left leg, the right arm straight up. And then imagine that you're doing that same movement with your belly that we did before with our hand. Just imagine the hand on the belly and then rolling the belly to the right. And then as you inhale, lengthen the left side and the waist. As you exhale, drop the right side down toward the left side. Inhale long through the torso. Exhale, sink. Triangle pose. Good. And then bend your front knee. Bring your right hand behind your back. Take your gaze down to the ground. Take a baby step forward with your right foot and bring your left hand to the ground at 10 o'clock of your left foot. And then lift your right leg straight up. Flex your foot. And again, roll your belly to the right. Take that right arm, lift it toward the sky. And then if you have the balance and the ability, you can take your gaze and lift it to your right thumb. And imagine your breath starting at your center and spreading out to all corners of this posture. And bring the right hand to the ground, bend your front knee, step back, coming into a runner's lunge. You can take a traditional lunge if you're needing to take a more supportive version today. If you're in runner's lunge, really press back through that right heel and then extend forward through your chest. And then if you want to challenge yourself, see if you can not lift your torso, but lift your arms and bring them forward. If your arms are lifted, bring them down and step your left foot back to downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, look forward. Exhale, step it up between the hands. Back heel comes to the ground. Lift the torso. Bring the left hand onto the belly. Take a breath into the left hand. And then pull the belly to the left. Looking behind you, send that left arm back and gaze past your left hand. Bring your right hand to your inner thigh and press it open. And then lift your right arm so that it's parallel to the ground. Keep your belly turned to the left and just turn your head to the right. Looking past your right hand, see if you can sink down. And again, I see a little bit of leaning, so close your eyes and just check in. Just see if you have as much weight on your left foot as your right foot. I'll almost guarantee you that if you have equal weight on your feet, you're not leaning forward. And then see if the shoulders can relax down. See if the belly can continue to breathe. And then we'll bring the left hand to the left leg. Turn the right palm up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, leaning back. Reverse warrior. I've heard it called exalted warrior. See if the breath can find the space on that right side to expand and relax. And then take the arms back out, straighten the front leg, inhale. Exhale, reach forward and long through the right arm, and then bring the hand down. Then lift the left arm up, looking at your thumb. Inhale and lengthen the right side. So you're extending the right armpit away from the right hip crease. As you exhale, drop the left ribs toward the right ribs. And then bend that left arm behind your back. Bend the front knee. Take your gaze down to the floor. Step the back foot forward just a bit. Bring the right hand to the ground at 2 o'clock of the right foot. And then shift weight into the front foot and hand. Lifting the back leg. Flexing the back foot. Roll the belly up and to the left. Send the left arm up. And then if you can, take your gaze up to your left hand. Open the breath into the shape. And bending the front knee, bring the hand down. Step your left foot back, coming into runner's lunge. Or you can take a gentler version of lunge with the knee down on the ground. Totally up to you. If you're in runner's lunge, you're pressing up through the thigh and back through the heel. If you're in a regular lunge, you might think about moving your knees away from each other and bringing your tailbone under. And then, if you want, without lifting your torso, you can lift your arms and send them forward. And then bring the hands down if you had them lifted. Step back into downward dog one more time. Stretching out the spine. And then walk the hands back to the feet. Soften the knees, tuck the chin. Roll yourself up. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Keep the right arm up. The left hand is going to be at the inner left thigh. And we're going to slide the left hand all the way down the inside of the thigh. And turn the belly and look up into your standing twist, Rishi's pose. Now take your gaze down to the ground, bend into your knees. You can wrap the first two fingers of your left hand around your big toe, or you can just hold on to your leg. We're going to try to push into that right foot and lift up to standing, taking that left foot with us. Right arm out to the right side. Left leg out to the left side. Modify however you need to. So if you want to just hold on to your inner thigh, do that. If you need to have the knee bent, do that. Look at a spot and keep your gaze steady. Keep your breath steady. Try to send your leg as far back so that your knee is level with your shoulder. And then release the foot down. Send the arms up. Inhale. Exhale the right hand down to the inner right thigh. Take a breath. Exhale, slide the arm down, bending over your leg, pressing the hand into the leg, twisting your ribs, taking your gaze up to your left thumb. Standing twist. Use your breath. Expand and relax. Good. Take your gaze down. Slight bend in your knees. Weight shifts to your left foot. And you can take your big toe with your first two fingers or just grab onto your leg with your hand. Pushing down into your left foot. Coming all the way up. Left arm out. Right leg out. Holding onto the leg wherever it serves you. You want to try to push the leg back. So it's more important to have the leg straight than to hold on to the big toe. If holding onto the big toe forces you to have the leg bent, just hold on somewhere else. You'll just get more of a stretch if the leg is straight. But if you need to have it bent, that's fine too. Just if you can press that leg back, then you'll get the stretch. And release. Take the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift your chin and eyes. Exhale, lift your belly, drop your head. And again, inhale, look up. Exhale, release over. One more. And then just be here, pressing the feet into the ground. Pressing the thighs up. Hugging the muscles to the bones. Lifting the belly as you exhale. And then bend your knees. Let your buttocks come down toward your heels. Walk the hands forward. Drop the head. And then secure the fingertips down onto the ground. And try to rock your hips back and down behind you. Breathe wide into your waist. And then walk your hands in. Lift the torso up. Bring the hands onto the thighs. Bring the hands to the heart center. Lift the chest. If you want to challenge yourself more, close your eyes. Maybe bring the navel in and drop the tailbone down. If you want to challenge your balance and your eyes are closed, maybe lifting the arms up overhead challenges you even more. Good. And then we'll release the hands down to the insides of the thighs. So you're kind of like in a frog-like position. And the hands are shoulder width apart. And the inner knees are against the outer arms by the elbows. And then spread the fingers wide. Lift the hips as you bend the elbows, keeping the elbows in line with the wrists. So you don't want them to go wide. You want to stay connected to the shoulders and the wrists. And as you lift the hips, you send your body forward. Keep going forward and forward and forward until the elbows line up over the wrists, and then lift the toes off the ground. That looks good. Kelly, I can't tell if your feet are coming off the ground, but your positioning looks excellent. So it looks like you would be able to do it. Let me see, Michael, try again. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. Okay, let's come down onto the buttocks. Straighten the legs and just circle the ankles around. And then the other way. And then send the arms out to the side, making gentle fists, and circle the hands around. Quite a stretch, huh? And then the other way. Good. And then just let the hands rest down. Flex the feet. Press the thighs into the ground. Lift the spine tall. And you can either keep your hands on the ground or you can send them up, having the shoulders down your back. Press the thighs into the ground. Stream the breath slow and smooth through your body. If the arms are lifted, you can bring them down. Take them behind you. Bend the left leg and bring the right foot onto the left thigh, flexing that right foot. Then walk the hands forward, lifting your chest and moving your ribs closer to your right leg. And see how tall you can get your heart to lift. See how soft you can get your right hip to become. Now turn the palms, the hands, so that the fingers face towards your left foot. Spread the fingers wide. Press down into your left foot and lift your hips. Drop your head back and see if you can get your hips to the height of your left knee. And then you can keep your right leg as it is, or you can extend it straight forward, which makes it a little bit harder. Or you can bring it down onto the ground to make it a little bit easier. And then we'll all bring that right foot down and lower the buttocks back to the ground. And then we'll place that left ankle on top of the right thigh. Flexing the left foot. Walk the hands toward the buttock, forcing your torso to lift taller and straighter. And then see if you can move your back ribs forward. Move your front ribs toward your legs. Try to relax your head. Soften your belly. Breathe slow and deep. Softening into your left leg. Okay, now turn your hands to face forward. Spread the fingers wide. Send the elbows and shoulders back. And lift your hips. Try to get them as high as your right knee. Drop your head back. Challenge yourself less by bringing the left foot to the ground, or more by extending it straight forward. And we'll all bring the left foot to the ground. Sit back down. Cross the legs. And then bring the backs of the hands together and circle them around. You can stay laying down, Kelly. I took a class last week. I spent almost the whole class laying on my back. I was just not up for much more than that. It's just doing whatever you need to do is great. And then circle the other way. And then relax the hands down. Bring the hands to the shoulders, making gentle fists with your hands. We're going to inhale and reach up, and exhale and come down. When we reach up, the fingers extend. When we come down, they curl back in, and it's rapid with a staccato kind of breath. And inhale deep, make fists and press them together, holding your breath. Pull up from the base of your spine. Lift your perineum, lift the floor of your pelvis, lift your navel. Pull your throat up, press your tongue up, press your eyes up. Keep pushing as you hold the breath. And whenever you need to exhale, Release the arms and fold over your legs. Roll the hands in, the body up, inhaling, reaching, exhaling, arms down. Noticing the cross of your legs, and change the cross so that the opposite leg is in front. Inhaling up, exhaling, turning to the right, sending that left arm out on the diagonal. The right hand pushes into the floor, sending the left hip back. The breath long and slow and deep. And then over to the other side. Breathing in all the oxygen that your body needs for energy, for healing. Exhaling, releasing out all the stale air, all the carbon dioxide that we offer to the plant world. And then walk to center. Roll yourself up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale the hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers if you're able to. And then roll the shoulder blades in. Lift the arms up. Drop the chin to the chest. See if you can feel the breath spreading wide across your chest. How would it feel to pull your hands apart? And then make a mental note of which thumb is on the outside. Release the arms, release the clasp. Lift your head. Feel your breath. Bring your feet to the ground in front of you. Slowly lower onto your back. Having the knees bent, feet roughly under the knees. Bring your arms alongside your body with the palms facing down. Feel the breath rolling from the belly to the chest. And then push into your feet to lift your hips. If you're able to clasp your hands, do so with the opposite thumb on the outside. If you're not, don't worry about it. We'll all try to roll the shoulders underneath us so that we're on the shoulders so much that the neck isn't even touching the ground. And then we can push forward into the feet, lift the hips, tuck the tailbone, push forward into the upper arms, lift the ribs, lift the chest. And then again, see how it would feel to pull the hands apart if they're clasped. If they're not clasped and you want, you can take hold of the outer edges of your mat and kind of pull away from you with your hands. That'll do a similar effect. release the hands. Lay the body back down. And then come into happy baby pose, lifting the feet, bringing the hands to the bottoms of the feet from the inside, and lifting the feet over the knees. Pull the chin in, drop the backs of the shoulders toward the ground. Spread the breath wide across your hips. Then release the feet. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift your forehead to your knees and squeeze all the air out. Keep exhaling until you're empty, and then hold empty as long as you can. And then when you need to breathe in again, simply release your head and feet back down. Lift your hips, tuck them under, release your legs, shake them out. If you're using an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes now. And then let your arms rest out away from the body with the palms up. Closing the eyes if you can. Inhaling deep through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth, sinking the body into the ground. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw, teeth part, lips part, tongue relaxed. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of your mind. Letting go of the stories and the images, the evaluations, planning, the fantasies. Just try to clear the mind by focusing all of your attention on your breath. And then let go of your breath so that you're not trying to breathe. The breath is simply happening. However it is, just rest your attention there. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rocking side to side. Feeling the ground massaging your back. And bring the soles of the feet together, the palms of the hands together. Rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Roll over onto your side, resting your head on your underside arm, resting your body on the ground, taking in the support of the earth. Maybe tapping into whatever appreciation you have for all the things that the earth provides. And feeling how the earth element also lives in your body. That solidness, that strength, that support. Appreciating this body. And then slowly begin to press yourself up, letting your head come up last, coming into any comfortable seated position. Sinking the sit bones down, lifting the head tall. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.